Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 6 of Recreators. And I know everyone's gonna be jumping on Magane, being all like, yo, Magane is best girl! Oh my god, she is absolute waifu lord! But for me, personally, I'm just too in love with military girl to have anyone else become #1 best girl. But I will say, Magane is definitely a strong #2. Magane is such a fascinating character. Very intriguing as well. Because of her, we had like this, how long was it? Almost 10 minutes of dialogue with no action, characters staying in like the same spot. I think it was almost 10 minutes, maybe it was 6 or 8, but it was definitely a long time, and it's all because of Magane. Magane knows exactly what to say to any type of person. For example, when she was toying around with that one dude over at the bookstore, dude went absolutely nuts. Even though he was like being proven wrong, he was still going crazy, kept arguing and stuff, kept saying things, and kept on getting angrier and angrier, all because of Magane. Again, she knows exactly what to say at the right time with the right tone. This seiyuu is spectacular, able to switch the tone of her voice at a drop of a dime. Just fantastic work when it came to Magane's character, both the writing of her character design, and the freaking amazing seiyuu. Just bravo. But back with the whole 10 minutes of dialogue roughly with the character standing in place, I'm obviously talking about the dialogue between Alice and Magane. Magane was once again toying around with other people, this time with Alice, and Magane really hit a few nerves when chatting with Alice. I feel really bad for Alice because she comes from such a terrible world, and it's gonna be very hard for her to accept that her world is just a use of entertainment for the masses. Because even though when Meteora was talking to Alice about how we aren't all powerful beings, she still got extremely frustrated. It's gonna be very hard for Alice to start accepting reality. She accepted one version of reality, but can she learn to accept the rest? That's gonna be difficult. Magane is able to flow the conversation just right, ask the correct questions, and move on with some spicy answers. This girl is truly fascinating, and also her freaking power, this girl must be possessed by some sort of demon or learn some sort of black magic. I was originally gonna call her occultic girl, but after reading the description of the episode on Amazon Prime's Anime Strike, they actually did list her name as Magane, which I don't believe they said her name in the episode. What worked really well to even emphasize how amazing Magane is the OST. They chose, whoever was the sound editor, chose the perfect track, the perfect Sawano track to add to whatever scene Magane was in. It made everything so intense, and it really emphasized the meaning of Magane's words, of her dialogue, you know, of her tauntings, like, ooh, that was amazing. And then the freaking fight when Celestia came in, and it was Celestia versus Alice, Meteora versus Blitz Talker. That's an interesting name. I gotta say, I'm really proud of Mamika for choosing a side, choosing to help Meteora and the others. She was able to listen to what everyone had to say and finally made a decision and chose to fight for what is right, and she realized that talking may not always work, so she's gonna have to use a little force, but use the force on the right person. In this case, that would be Blitz. I'm not gonna lie, they're starting to build up the fact that Mamika might just be one of the most powerful characters right here in Recreators, and I can believe that considering how that splash explosion thing that she did back over in episode 2 or 3, that did a lot of freaking damage. I really want to learn more about Magane though, more about what she's like over in the game. I mean, I'm sure she's the exact same character as in her game or her anime, her book, wherever she's from. Like, I'm pretty sure she's like the main antagonist, or sometimes maybe the main antagonist is like, you know, the main protagonist. So perhaps she's just an anti-hero maybe, or again, they have a villain as the main protagonist. That would be pretty cool. And she's in a schoolgirl uniform, and oh my gosh, I freaking love her. She's so cool. But like I said, nothing's gonna beat Military Girl for me, mainly because Military Girl's design is spectacular. spectacular, one of the craziest, most amazing designs I have ever seen in my entire life. But also, a military girl's dialogue and her seiyuu is also like 10 out of 10 amazing. But let me know your thoughts on this episode, and do you have a best girl? What do you think of Magane and her character? And catch me later as I live react to The King's Avatar and review Samurai Jack Season 5. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.